Hi everyone, how are you? Ashley Ahmadzai here, professional psychic and spiritual life coach, and I am so excited to come on here and share a little bit about client testimonies. Oh, there she is, and I'm going to bring on one of my favorite people, my friend Breezy M. Here, let's bring her on here. Uh, add.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Hey, we're live.
Hey.
Everyone, I am so excited to introduce the beautiful Breezy. This woman is so amazing in all of the
So
ways.
sweet.
I am so honored to work with her. And so we're just going to dive right in and start asking some
Yes.
questions because I know that there's a lot of hesitation with working with the psychic. And a lot of you guys have seen my journey here on Facebook, right? So I think it's so important to be able to share the details about what it looks like to work with me. So, Breezy, welcome, welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much. So excited to be here.
Yeah. And you can tell Breezy and I, whenever we get together, like my heart, there's a breezy shaped piece of my heart.
Oh
I
my
love it.
gosh. Same with you, girl. I love you so much. Anytime I get to spend with Ashley is well spent. I will tell you that.
I love that so much. So let's just
Yeah.
dive right in.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you, Breezy, like just a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. Hi, I'm Breezy. This is my first Facebook Live, so I'm a little nervous and I have lots of notes to refer to because I am a little nervous. So bear with me. But I am now a spiritual mindset and meditation coach, and I am pregnant at the moment and married and have a beautiful stepdaughter. And now I'm just going on to this new journey in my life, all thanks to Ashley. And I'm so excited to share with you guys a little bit about like her and I's journey together because it's been so magical, you guys. Seriously, it was life changing for me. So
I love
excited to
that.
share.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what made you decide to say yes to coaching with me?
Well, there was
Because
a
it was a heck
couple of
yes.
times. It was a heck yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So Ashley and I met a while back through Arbonne, and I was in school, beauty school for a while, and it just was like a very draining and dark experience for me. And what drew me to Ashley after that is I got into this yucky, like I place energetically where I felt like I had just like tar all over my energy. It was just like yucky. And I had been seeing all these amazing, light, vibrant posts from Ashley. And I'm like, I've got to get in touch with this girl. I need to cleanse my energy. Like, I need some help healing myself. And so just initially your energy is what drew me in because you're just such a light and I could feel that and see that and I was like I need some light in my life. And also it was really interesting that you were a psychic as well. I was like, okay, so she's intuitive, but it, created a little hesitation because like that word has been depicted as something that's a little bit ooh woo, that's scary. So I was a little hesitant in that way, but I was like, I do believe in energy and I do believe that she can help me out of my little sticky tar mess that I've gotten myself into. So I was like, yes, absolutely. So I was in a dark place the first time that we connected, and after that first session, you guys, my gosh, it was like my life just got propelled into the most beautiful direction that it could have gone. Like I knew I had little tools, right, that I had attained in my life where I'm like, yeah, after I'm out of school, I'm going to feel so much better and just like I can heal myself. But having Ashley there as this light in my life to help me, give me tools to do some Reiki and just to help me through that, I didn't realize that I needed that help. And having you there just completely made it go so fast where I was like, boom, after that one session, I felt so much lighter and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm back into my soul. I feel like me again. So that was just the initial
Oh, that's
like
so cool.
one that we had. And then as far as business coaching, after that, my life kind of was like drawn into this, the spiritual growth. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I need to share this with people. I felt like a calling, like, okay, I need to do this too. Like, I want to share light, I want to help Ashley out and spread all this love everywhere, you know? And I just thought what you did was so beautiful. And I was like, if I could do a fraction of what that girl is doing for anybody, I would feel so fulfilled in my life. And so I like reached out to her. I didn't know that you did business coaching at the time.
Yeah, by
And
default,
so,
yeah.
right, I had no idea. And so I was like, man, I really wish that I like had someone to guide me like Ashley into this business world of this. And I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna just ask her if she does that. And so and I think you were running a special at the time, so I was kind of like, okay, let me see if I can get on that too. And you absolutely did business coaching, and I was like, oh my gosh, the opportunity is right there in front of me. And so that journey began with you and I, and it was just heck yeses all over the place.
I love that. And it was really funny too, right? Because I focus a lot on manifestation. And one of the
Yes.
things that I personally have worked on is that I don't have to struggle to find clients, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that the right people are going to tune into that frequency and they will be
Yes.
able to flow in when they're ready, right?
It really is like a magnet. I was like, oh, like it's that thought frequency that was there,
Yeah.
and I just went right to
You
you.
did. And it was so beautiful because you had texted me in the morning and I was like, yeah, here's the program, here's the layout, here's what it looks like. And you're like, great, I'll have a check in your mailbox that day.
Yeah,
And
it was exactly what I needed.
right. Part of what I always say, and like I'm sure I've told you this too, Breezy, is you got to get in that high vibration, right?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to manifesting money. So what I would tell
Yes.
myself is like a little song and dance. The
Yeah.
check is in the mail. The check is in the mail. So I'm doing my
Exactly.
work on this end. And then one morning you're like, I forgot exactly what it was, but you messaged me and you're like, the check was in the mail that day. I was
Like literally in your
wow,
mailbox.
yeah. So perfect how everything has blended together. I love that.
Yes, I do too.
So you definitely mentioned some of your hesitations and acknowledging that,
Yes.
because a lot of people do, which I'm so
Yeah.
grateful that you're able to pop on here today, because we want to
Yeah.
like debunk some of those. Like
Yes, please.
we work
Yeah.
in the light. And I say we now because like by default we end up doing business coaching, and
Right.
we're gonna touch on that at the end, because Breezy is so amazing. Like
You're
in a
so
way
sweet.
you're my go-to. I'm just like blown away by your wisdom, and when you
Oh.
are a teacher you are also a student, and I have just
Oh,
learned
yeah.
so much from you.
Thank you so much. Oh, vice versa, obviously.
Yeah, but we work in the light, right? Like as a
Yes.
psychic, we're not doing witchcraft, we're not doing hocus pocus. It is aligning with love, being in the
Yes.
highest service of the world and in alignment for yourself and your
Yes.
family. Like it is so much light. And I already know that
It
people who are
is.
watching this,
They're
they're
like,
tuning into
oh
that energy
God.
right now. Yeah, you're like, get
Yeah.
these two together in a room or on a Facebook
Right?
Live.
There we go.
So good.
But yes, that hesitation growing up in a religious atmosphere is a wonderful thing, but also you hear the word like psychic and you are immediately like, oh my gosh, that's evil. That comes from a bad source, because that's what you're taught, right? At least in the world that I was brought up in. And I think that that's pretty common. And, you know, especially in the world of like movies and stuff, it's like, ooh, this like crystal ball and like very woo, you know?
Yeah.
And when I got in touch with you, you really explained to me how it's like it's a heightened intuitiveness. And that really, really like clicked with me. I was like, oh my gosh, like, because I do believe that as humans, like in our society we live in, it's kind of like dulled our perspective of what we are as human beings, and it's dulled our intuition, and it's, you know, all of those things. So talking to you about what it being a psychic actually is, like, I'm not a psychic, but I am intuitive, and Ashley's like a totally different level of that. Girl, she's got it going on. But being in touch with that intuition and your higher self, it really does allow a lot of information to flow to you that is out there, you know, and it's available to people. So it kind of takes that, ooh, you know, out of psychic, you know, and it's beautiful. I was so excited. I'm so excited to share that with people, because it is nothing to be afraid of. It is not evil. It's very beautiful. And it's being so in touch with your inner wisdom. And I think that's wonderful, girl.
Right. I love it. I love it
Yes.
so much. So let's talk about some results, some tangible
Yeah.
results that you had seen. And what you had talked about is like from your first session, there was a huge shift. I remember you
Huge.
messaging me afterwards and saying like even your husband had noticed it, your mom had
Yes.
noticed it, your
Yeah.
stepdaughter, you said you were more like conscious and present with her. There's like a
Yes.
different kind of energy there. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It completely shifted my life in such a huge way because when there's the presence of light, it's like abundantly flowing. And like when you initially, like you're kind of in this dark place and then you all of a sudden get filled up, it's like overflowing light out of you, you know? So it was, my family noticed like, oh my gosh, like she's got that spark back in her. She's got that light back. And I was like, all thanks to Ashley, she helped me like get right back on that track. And oh gosh, it really does help you connect and to be the person that you want to be for the people in your life because it fills your cup. And when your cup is full, you can fill other people's cup. So that reaches out to friends and family. And, you know, my stepdaughter Paisley, like you had mentioned, I had felt like a disconnect with her because, you know, she's living in this playful, childlike joy. And like I had a hard time because of the mindset that I was in before, connecting to her and being present with her and giving her everything that she needed, I felt. And by doing this process, by shifting my mindset, by shifting my energy, it created this amazing connection to her, like that childlike wonder where I was able to connect with her on such a higher level and be so much more present with her. Like she notices it. You know, I can tell that she's more like into spending time with me and being around me more because she's like, oh my gosh, like this feels good. She's not feeling that yucky, draining energy, you know?
Yeah,
So
and
it was great.
so beautiful also. Like I again, like I have such respect for you, Breezy, and on all of the levels, but especially as a mom. And I'll
Thank
just
you.
probably have you talk a little bit about like Paisley and how you started doing meditations with her. You saw how it
Yeah.
was benefiting you, so you
Yes.
started doing it, and then how she was like seeing the light and things like that. Do you want to talk about
She's
that? That
so
was
cute.
so precious.
Oh gosh, yeah. It was really beautiful. So meditation has really transformed my life in such a huge way. It has brought so much peace and clarity, just all the amazing things. If you haven't tried it, you've got to get on this. It's amazing. So one night, Paisley was kind of having a hard time settling down to go to bed. And so I was like, maybe we could try a meditation. So I asked her if she wanted to do some fun imaginary things with me. And I said, it's called meditation. She was like, oh yeah, you know, sounds great. And so we're laying there and I had her close her eyes and I walked her through just like a really basic light meditation just to bring in some light into her and get her imagination going and kind of just get her into doing that. And she actually did so well with it. She was really into it. And she's 4, by the way, for people who don't know Paisley. She's wonderful. She's 4. But she, after she was done, I was like, how was that, baby? Did you like it? And she's like, yeah, I saw a light. And I was like, you saw a light? And she's like, yeah, it was like this like yellow light. It was really bright. She's like, she was just adorable. And that's so beautiful to me because that's exactly what, you know, that was the intention for that meditation with her, is
Mm-hmm.
to bring that light. And so the fact that she was able to imagine it in her little mind and to actually like bring that light, it was so beautiful. And now she asks me all the time, can we please meditate before bed? So it's become like a fun little ritual, and it's just kind of getting her, and you can see the difference in her after she's done the meditation. She feels like more relaxed and calm, and it's great.
Every
I love
every
it.
4-year-old needs that. They need to feel that.
Exactly, right? It's
Yeah,
definitely a great outlet for kids too.
right. And it's that tool, like how beautiful that now the tools that you're learning and implementing, you can pass that
Yes.
on from generations to generations to come. Like that
Yes,
is so
exactly.
important. And I
Yes.
also want to talk about
Yeah.
your husband. I don't remember the exact story, but when he had someone had complimented him on his positive mindset. And remember he
Yes.
was like, do you remember that story?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
tell that
So,
one. It was so good.
so my husband Dave, he has he's a very logical person, and he has a very hard time with getting on board with all the spiritual and woo type of thinking. Um, but I've just kind of been implementing little thoughts along the way for him. And one day he came home from work and he was telling me a story about this guy he was talking to at work. And he said that the guy complimented him on his positive mindset. And he's like, oh, well, thank you, but I have to give credit to my wife. She's a mindset coach. It was so funny, but it was the first time that he kind of acknowledged the benefits of what I was even saying to him, because it kind of seemed like it was hitting a wall. Like, okay, I'm saying these words, he's hearing it, but he's not like feeling it or applying it. But it really, really resonated with him in a way that I didn't realize. So it was really beautiful to see that type of manifestation happen in him and see the change in him as well. Because now he's like, we are going to start manifesting. He's about it now. So he's seen kind of when you get in the flow of the universe and that energetic awesomeness that happens. He's seen the results of it now kind of in my life. And so he's like, I am on board. Let's do this. So it's been really beautiful to see in him too.
I love that so much, because it's the law of transmutation that whatever the highest vibration is in the room, other vibrations and energies will rise up to that. So for example, if we're having a bummer day, but we're driving in our car and that really awesome song comes on and we're totally we're like vibing with it. It's a high vibration. So naturally we're going to meet it. And so Breezy, by like doing this program and being such a wonderful student, you were able to raise your vibration in a whole new way to where Paisley is meeting that. Right. And now Dave is meeting that. And now he's going out there. It's like, pay it forward, right? It's like the candle example. Like you have your candle and you finally got it lit. It wasn't just dark and dull, right? We got it lit. So now that's enough for you to hand it to light your husband's candle and your daughter's candle.
Exactly.
Et cetera, et cetera. Like, that's such a beautiful story.
I'm so appreciative to you, because honestly, I could not have done any of it without you.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
You have to know that. You're wonderful.
And you are a wonderful student. And I think that's the other part of the coaching is I don't do coaching with just anybody. And the reason is because you got to be open to receive. You've got to be open to being a student. And I think that I know that is a huge part of your success, is because you were open on all of those levels. You were willing to do the things, even if it was hard. Even with, Breezy in the beginning, she's pregnant, right? Like when you first got pregnant, you weren't feeling very good.
Oh my gosh, that's it. And even getting pregnant, that was a huge manifestation for me, because I was having like so many thoughts of like, what if I'm infertile? Like all these nasty thoughts started creeping in where I was like freaking out, like that I was not going to be able to get pregnant. And that's such a huge reality for so many people. And I cannot tell you like how many people I know in my little circle that are having infertility problems. And so when we started trying to have a baby, I was like, oh my gosh, like I got freaked out. And I talked to you about it and you were like, oh, and completely just shifted my mindset on certain things and gave me little tools. Like, you're like, oh, do you have blockages in this and this? I'm like, wow, okay, we got it now. Got you, girl. And so, but literally within a week of me speaking to you about that, I took a pregnancy test and I got pregnant. And you can say that that's coincidence, whatever you want to attain it to, but like, or attribute that to, but like, to me, that was complete manifestation in the works, because I put in the work after that. I did the meditations, I cleared the blocks, used all the tools that you had given me. And sometimes there is a physical issue where people can't have children, whatever that is. But for me, in my case, it was an energetic block in my mind that my body was like, oh, you're not ready because of all this, that, and the other that's going on. So you helped me manifest that as well. There's been so many things. Once you guys see what you can attain through manifestation and through the tools that Ashley can give you, like, you can't help but just like want more.
Yeah. And thank you so much. Because a lot of it is releasing negative energies from our space to allow and be open to receive what is ours. Right. I think that's another huge part of it too, because your body will protect you. And so if we have these belief systems, for example, and I don't mean to generalize, but like, for example, like, oh, I'm too busy, or, oh, I'm too stressed out, or whatever it is, then your body is going to say,
yes, you are.
we're not going to have, they're like, well, well, then I guess we won't have a baby, right?
Right.
Like, I guess we
Yep.
won't have a baby if that's how you feel. So when we focus
Right.
on clearing those energies and thinking positive, right? It takes the same amount of energy to think a positive thought as it does to think a negative one.
Yes.
And bringing in that bright light and doing that meditation, clearing out any blocks, like, it creates ease. So I love hearing that story. And you know what? I didn't put it together, but I've had 2 other clients with a similar story. I didn't realize it actually because it's been over the past year, but I was like, that's funny.
Right. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so good.
It's
So
amazing.
I love that. And, you have your business, and within, it was what I love about the one-on-one individual 3-month coaching is we get to tailor it to whatever it is that is of your highest good.
Yes. It was amazing.
Yeah, maybe it's just Reiki, maybe it's the psychic part, maybe it's the coaching, maybe it is business coaching, like my goal is to be this wealth of knowledge for all of the people, so I can provide
Girl,
whatever
you
it is that's
are.
necessary. Thank you. So with your program, within a few weeks, we had a rough draft of what that program looked like, and you had your first client.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and you started work. You started work right away, and that is huge. Like, I mean, it's not unreal because it totally is real. You did it, but I'm so proud of you. Like, that's the benefit of diving in, trusting your intuition, and also I would say having a coach when we get scared, having that coach and be like, I got your back. Don't worry, I got
that
your
rock
back.
and that accountability partner it makes such a huge difference. Makes you have all that confidence that you need to be able to be like, I can do this, because you have somebody behind you that's like, you can do this. So it really does.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's been, and we're like, Breezy and I, we send podcasts to each other. We are like keeping each other up to date. Like, I love my relationship, like, clearly the relationship that I do have with my clients, because I feel like that's part of our ascension is being able to get deep rooted connections with people, because that keeps it safe. And it also makes it like non-judgmental, so we can fully grow in that vulnerable space. So
absolutely
love it.
Yes.
So what would you say, you kind of mentioned this, but like, just to round all of this off, what would you say to someone who's thinking about coaching, but they're hesitant to say yes?
I would say, when you've invested in a coach, you're investing in yourself. So I think, yes, absolutely. Just take the leap of faith, say yes. Like I said before, I felt like, okay, yeah, I can transform my life. I can help myself. I can dig myself out of this hole. But having a coach and an accountability partner and somebody who is hearing your situation from the outside, someone who has tools that's been there, it's a completely different experience, and it completely like slingshots you into the right direction. That's what I would say. It's, yes, you can, heal yourself in your life. I really believe that. But having somebody like Ashley there to guide you is going to fast track that.
Oh my
hugely.
gosh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you
definitely jump in.
so much. Yeah.
Yes.
So now I want to spotlight you for a minute. We're actually going to do a separate interview all about Breezy. We're going to feature her because I have done work with her. I do know where her heart is. She is just so amazing, and her business it's going to change the world. And she already has clients that are sharing these testimonials. And so do you want to share just a little bit about what you do, how people can find you, and if they want to connect to you, the best way to do that?
Sure. Thanks, girly. So my business is called Breezy Soul Shine, and I am a spiritual mindset and meditation coach. So I have all of the information on my page. Facebook, you can Facebook me. It's Breezy Mare. The spelling is Maire. And on Instagram as well, Breezy Mare. And all of the info is on there. If you guys have any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to help. Like I said, my own mindset and meditation has changed my life so incredibly that I really would love to share with anybody who's interested, so that you guys can experience that transformation as well.
Yes, I love it. So definitely feel free to connect with Breezy. She's got it going on. Again, thank you,
girl.
my sweet soul sister, for popping on today and sharing your heart. I love you so much.
I love you.
I hope that everybody enjoyed this. And until next time, bye.
Bye, guys.